When you look at his skill set versus Cooper's skill set versus Elijah Moore's skill set, are they similar at all, or is there any redundancy in that, or do they each bring a little different element to the receiving core?
Well, I think what you wanted out of Elijah Moore, you're going to get a little bit more out of Jeudy because he's a little bit bigger. But then what it allows you to do is allow those guys. Cooper's your number one outside guy, the digs, comebacks, the post. Jeudy gives you a little bit more vertical threat. He can also, like I said, run those jets, the reverses, the gadget plays. Elijah Moore is an elite route runner. Elijah Moore now can work in the slot, but he doesn't have to. Elijah Moore's not real heavy, so he allows him just to work in the slot, the RPO game, the inside option routes, the over-unders, the things where you can get him in space, but not necessarily toss it to him because of his size. So Jeudy and Moore have a lot in common in terms of their skill set. Judy's just a little bit bigger, but they're all good enough to run inside, outside. They run the full route tree from the slot, from the outside. So that gives you a lot of flexibility in your formations and what you want to do. And now you're able to attack. If you think about those three guys, and you got Njoku, and you got the guys in the backfield, and Watson coming back, and all these guys, they have such a talent-rich base now that they can take advantage of it without one guy having to carry the load. And with Chubb coming back from injury and things like that, I think he's a perfect fit because now they have another piece to this puzzle that should make him pretty dominant on offense.
When you look at having three receivers like that, does that speak to kind of a transition to playing more 11 personnel? So in other words, one tight end, one back, in an effort to maximize Deshaun Watson's abilities?
Yeah, so you're all in on Deshaun Watson, right? So I think 11 personnel gives you a ton of flexibility in what you can do. And because these receivers can do different things, you're not stuck in 11 personnel with only outside receivers or only inside slot guys. You have guys that can do a bunch of stuff. So if you look at those three with Njoku, then you can bring Harrison Bryant in if he's still with the team because he does a lot of fullback responsibility. I think Jordan Akins will be better. Hopefully, I'm not sure what's happening with him. The backup tight end play has got to improve a little bit. But when you look at those, Njoku and those three receivers with Chubb in the backfield, Watson, I think 11 personnel becomes their top personnel group. Just simply, it maximizes Deshaun Watson, and you can still run the ball because you still have a tight end in there. And then you focus on that offensive line. And remember, running the ball out of spread sets in the NFL is sometimes easier than running out of those power sets because you get people out of the box. So I think this addition is really, really huge for the Browns. It gives them another electric player that can do something with the ball and get those easy yards that you and I always talk about.
It also seems like it would open up the field more. You're going to have, if you've got those three guys on the field, not many, unless you're the Browns, not many teams can match up with three wide receivers with those skill sets.
Well, now you're looking at the true run pass option. So now you get those kill plays. So you come up, you get two high safeties, you run the ball down their throat because you have a good offensive line, and that means you got 6 in the box. They go 7 in the box. That means they got one high hat or no high hats, and they're covering these three guys in man coverage, which is going to be a problem as well. Then if you're in man coverage, not only is it hard to cover, but now Deshaun Watson can beat you with his feet. The recipe is there. Obviously, they have to be able to prove it and do it on the field. You started to see that a little bit. Deshaun was having a lot of success before his injury, kind of turning the corner a little bit, you felt like. But, yeah, now you get these true looks where if you're going to play run, they're going to pass. If you're going to play pass, they're going to run. And they have the talent to do it. With that defense, expectations will be very high, and they should be.